Hey guys, it's Dave with the Real Estate Agent Podcast. I'm going to shoot a quick video to show you how you can sign up for your own web hosting. I talked about this in detail in episode 3 of the Real Estate Agent Podcast, and you can listen to that at reapodcast.com/3, and I'll go over why I think it's important for real estate agents to have their own web hosting. You can click the link below this video, either on YouTube or on the website, in order to get to the homepage of Bluehost, or you can get to it directly by typing in reapodcast.com/hosting. That's going to take you to the homepage. That is an affiliate link. If you click below this video or if you type in that URL directly, and I will get a referral for any signups that happen under that link. So if you want to pay me a referral fee, actually it doesn't come out of your pocket. Bluehost will pay it. Or you can just directly go to bluehost.com and go that way. So it's cost you the same either way. But as a real estate agent, you know what how the referrals work, and so if I refer business to Bluehost, then they pay me a small referral fee. So to get started, you just click the Get Started Now button, and you're going to want to choose a domain name that's going to be the one set up for your hosting. Now you can add tons of domains later to that, but this will be the one that's associated with your hosting account. I have selected a domain that I'm going to be using in a case study on the Real Estate Agent Podcast to do some hyper-local marketing in a neighborhood. I'm going to advertise that I've built a website for the neighborhood to check out and post information on that, and you can follow that along at the reapodcast.com website. But that neighborhood is called Trillium, so I'm going to set up a trilliumfamilies.com as a domain that's going to be under this hosting. Now, I could have just added that domain to my existing hosting, but I want to walk you through the process of how to sign up for hosting so that you guys can see how it's done. I have a service called LastPass, which is this little icon up here that will automatically fill in my information. It identifies fields. I'm going to have to blur that out for you so that you don't see my personal information, but you'll be able to I'll be able to shortcut here and fill in these forms in advance. So let me put my information in here. You can't see it because it's blurred out, but we'll scroll down to this area, and I'm going to actually only choose a 12-month servicing on this in case this marketing thing doesn't work out. I'm not in a long-term separate hosting commitment. I already have hosting elsewhere. I'm going to uncheck the domain security and the backup, and I'm even going to uncheck the privacy for showing who owns this domain. I don't care about that. And then you'll put in your information here. LastPass has already done that for me. And then make sure that you check that you agreed to the terms of service. You can go ahead and click these if you want to read them. I'm going to hit next. The site will be loading. Give it just a second. And they're going to ask you if you want any additional items on here, and I do not. So I'm not going to select any of these to add them to the cart or anything like that. I have 0 additional upgrades. Now my purchase was successful, and you're going to want to choose a password to get signed up with this account. Now the password needs to be pretty significant here, so I'm going to type in one. And type it in again. And then we're going to go ahead and create the password. You'll see that I get a little pop down because LastPass wants me to confirm that I've entered a new password. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So once you've created the password, you go ahead and get signed in using the domain that you had and that password and log in. You'll be taken to a home page, and congratulations, you now have web hosting. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick little bonus to this video and show you how to install WordPress so that you can get your website up and running very quickly. Go ahead and click on Control Panel. It should take you to the main Control Panel page. And then, well, it's going to give me some tutorials here. I am going to exit out of here and click on WordPress. This is going to install WordPress onto your hosting, onto the domain that you just created. It takes just a couple of minutes. It's going to do it all for me here. We'll go ahead and start a brand new install. We've got to make sure that it defaults to the domain that we've got. If you have multiple domains and you're installing WordPress again, you'll want to select a different one. It's going to let me check the domain, and it's going to probably give me an error that it's going to overwrite information, which is fine. It's going to overwrite the existing files that were created when we started this hosting. So, oops, it looks like something is there. We're going to go ahead and overwrite it. I have read the terms, and we're going to install. I'm not going to select any of these. Okay, here's the progress bar. I'm not going to select any of these additional items here. Once the process is done, you can go ahead and click the View Processes and view your credentials. Now, it's going to give you a username that was the email address that you put in that autofill, and it's going to assign a password to you. I'm having to blur that out, but I'm going to copy that password, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the admin page. This is the WordPress admin page that's going to take you to the back end of WordPress. So I'm going to put in that email address, and then I'm going to paste that password in. This is going to show me the backside of WordPress. This is where you will do all of the editing to your website. I'm saving that password with LastPass. Now, this is the dashboard of WordPress. I'm not going to cover that in detail in this post. Actually, if you're on reapodcast.com/web, I'll have another video just briefly describing all of these things, and there's other tutorials out there on how to get things set up in WordPress. But let's go ahead and launch the website itself, trilliumfamilies.com. And this is what the site looks like now. It's just got a generic blog post, hello world, welcome to WordPress. It just says my blog. But this is the foundation for all of the websites that you want to build your own personal site. This is just the rough outline. And I will go over how to set it up and tweak it a little bit in other videos. But if you've gotten to this point, congratulations. You now have web hosting. You now have unlimited domains that you can purchase. You now have the ability to have your own email address. If it were for this, it would be dave@trilliumfamilies.com. And then you could brand that. You can put it in your signature line, and you can always be identified by that email address. And you're not worried about changing companies or changing your internet service provider or anything like that. So that's going to do it for now. For more tutorials, you can look at reapodcast.com on how to get set up, and anything that's web-related, tutorials on web hosting and WordPress, reapodcast.com/web.